today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 15 of the
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Rolling to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Stroud. And going deep for Hill.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42. Back to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
Stroud off the play fake.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Singletary to get the drive started. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Texans able to get in there for the sack. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Play action. Stroud now. And going deep for Hill. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Will Anderson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it facing a second under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked for. But a team comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Braden Mann now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. On the give, it's Walker.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Ken Walker.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Texans are able to stretch out their lead.
The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That complete to Downs. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second down and inches. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. Down the left sideline.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
That's complete to Pierce.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Texans scoop it.
Down the left sideline.
And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The try here for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Jalen Carter gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one play.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, 57 yards.
And the Texans are pouring it on.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A give, Singletary right side, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. .37 yards on the punt with no return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Again, it's Walker.
Bust through the tackle. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And going deep for Hill.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The throw over the middle, taken in.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and they will remain well behind. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for him today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. And Stroud now to throw.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown. Andrew Beck from 3 yards out.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw.
And connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
This pass left side to Downs.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This one finds Pierce on the out route.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
And he'll find Pittman.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This 2nd and 4. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete.